Hi, my name is Robin Spencer. Today, I would like to discuss with you guys some of the health benefits of consuming herbal teas. Chinese Emperor Shen Yang once said, "Tea comforts the spirit, banishes passivity, lengthens the body, and adds sparkle to the eyes." His statement seems to hold some truth as recent studies have shown the many benefits tea has to offer. I would like to share a brief history of tea, followed by a few common types of tea, and how they benefit the health and wellness of consumers. The history of tea varies by region, so I will begin where it was first discovered in China. So, originating in China, tea has been used to heal the body since ancient times, dating as far back as 2737 BC. That means tea has been in use for over 4,000 years. The Yunnan province is considered the birthplace of tea. Ancient Chinese legends credited Shen Nang for the discovery of tea and its medicinal purposes. In his recent book, Tea History, Terrier Varieties, Kevin Gascon describes the ancient Chinese legend referring to Shen Nang. And the story goes that he was suffering from an unusual malady, and he sat under a tree and put some water to boil to purify it, and then fell asleep from exhaustion. When he woke, he noticed that some leaves had fallen into the water. Intrigued, he tasted the infusion and realized that in spite of its bitter taste, it was able to both detoxify and stimulate him. The tea in that was time used solely for medicinal purposes. Gascon mentions that tea was not a popular beverage until the Zhou dynasty in 1121 BC. Still a very long time ago. According to Gascon, Lu Yu is given credit for the way we drink tea today. Lu Yu believed that only tea leaves should be used in the process of making tea. Tea was made more like a broth before Yu Lu spread his idea of how tea should be consumed. Tea was often boiled with rice, ginger, onion, and orange zest to create more of a broth rather than the tea that we're used to consuming in today's time. It wasn't long before discovery of tea spread across the world, beginning with neighboring countries. Seisho was the first Japanese monk to bring tea back to Japan in the 18th century. Many Japanese monks who traveled to China were introduced to tea and used it to stay aroused, practicing meditation for long hours. Gascon mentions Major Robert Bruce can be given credit for the beginning of tea cultivation in India around 1823, after he discovered tea trees growing in Assam. India later became the second largest tea producer in the world, next to China. India was more known for producing black tea. Though tea had begun to grow and sell in many different parts of the world, the taste is slightly different depending on the region it's grown. According to Gascon, there are 4 characteristics of territories that affect the quality of tea. One of them being soil, climate, altitude, and latitude. So a mountainous terrain is the best soil for growing tea. Tropical or subtropical regions are better suited for the growth of tea trees. Gascon mentions that even the presence of certain insects in these regions may improve flavor. High altitude is best for development of aromas. At the right latitude, tea trees will enter a period of dormancy, which creates a more concentrated and exquisite taste. Good quality tea comes from trees that have been dormant. Though tea has been marketed and consumed for pleasure and taste, the focus on health benefits soon came back into focus. There are 5 common types of tea: white tea, green tea, oolong tea, black tea, and pure tea. Each of these types of tea have slightly different properties that feature a variety of health benefits. Generally speaking, about the health benefits of tea, Gascon states, drinking tea regularly reduces the risk of coronary disease and helps strengthen vascular walls while increasing the elasticity of blood vessels. It also slows the absorption of sugars and fats, controls hypertension, and helps prevent food poisoning. White tea can possibly alleviate symptoms of menopause and counteract excessive heat. Green tea is very rich in antioxidants. Gascon also claims that it can enhance intellectual performance. Oolong tea is a skinny tea, meaning it stimulates metabolism of lipids for weight loss. Black tea has a stronger concentration of caffeine, and caffeine is a stimulant, so it's more effective at keeping you awake and staying alert. Pure tea aids with digestion and eliminates cholesterol from the body. All tea can inhibit the body's absorption of iron and calcium, according to Gascon. It's best to drink tea 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after consuming a meal. Allow me to summarize the history and key benefits of consuming tea. I have showed you the history of tea and how objectives such as the way it's made to the reason for consumption have changed over time. Then I explained a few major aspects of cultivating tea that affect the quality and taste varying from region to region. I also explained the different health benefits each type of tea has to offer. So if you're someone who is looking to improve their health and overall well-being, consider having a cup of tea to get you going.